Hello Internet, today we are reviewing Handhelds, Nintendo Handhelds to be exact. This is my Game Boy Advanced. Just got it cheap, mainly because I want to play all these games. Let's start with my cards only. First, we have Tetris. Everyone had to have Tetris, so I did. Super Mario Land 1 and 2. And mine's very different. No, mine's actually very different from the ones I actually have in Europe. See, the ones in Europe, they usually have this in the corner. It's the official seat quality. This doesn't have it. It also has a different part number. I'm guessing it's the Japanese version, but I can't be certain until I've actually seen a Japanese copy, at least. Kirby's Dream Land. I love Kirby, and so I had to get the first game of Kirby. Game Boy Gallery 5 in 1. I have two of these. I want to sell this, but no one wants to buy from me. If you want to get this, contact me and we'll sell something. Right, let's get to the boxed games. I have Pokemon Red. Zoom out. I love Pokemon. I'm a big Pokemon fan. This isn't the original copy I had. Mine was blue, and my sister kicked into a swimming pool one day, and I never saw it again. I had to borrow my sister's Pokemon Yellow in order to play it. Game & Watch Gallery 2 complete, and my Game Boy Gallery complete. I love Game & Watch games. I used to be actually so interested in them. I made a website. It's still up though. I don't update it anymore. Formula 1 Race. This one includes the 4-player adapter. I was able to pick this up at Retro Fusion. God, that gaming convention was so awesome. It actually took place in my local rugby club, so it wasn't as far from where I was. Okay, and Game Boy Color and Game Boy games wouldn't be complete without a Game Boy Color. I had a blue Game Boy Color back then. My sister kicked into a swimming pool, and while we were on holiday at the time, my parents bought me this, a purple one. I'd been playing it until I sold it in order to get my DS Lite. Cool. Yes, it is. This one is complete in box. It has been opened, and I only use it occasionally, like if I want to test out a game or something. Alright, now time for my Game Boy Advance games. I don't have that many. I still have a few favourites. Metroid Zero Mission. I rarely play Metroid games because I've always found them quite difficult, especially when you're exploring around and you're completely lost. Sonic Advance 3. I love Sega, I love Sonic, I got a Sonic Advance game. Famicom Mini Series number 32, Famicom Disk System Series Super Mario Bros. 2, the Japanese one, also known as the Lost Levels right here. I got this at the time when Nintendo temporarily put up upon the Wii Virtual Console Super Mario Land as part of a Honeybee Festival, and I desperately wanted to play it because I didn't have money at the time to download it on the Virtual Console, and when they ran out, they didn't show it up until several months later. So I looked on eBay, found out that they released it onto the Game Boy Advance. So I bought it. This one is complete. It still has everything, including the manual, and even it has the inside, has the little wrap cellophane bag where you put the game in. WarioWare Twisted. I also love WarioWare. I've played every single WarioWare game except the GameCube version because it's basically the first WarioWare game, but 4-player. And this one I really like, and it's a shame this was never released in Europe. Lucky enough, I think some guy had it on sale and he was in the UK. That's nice of him. Then we have the DS games. I rarely buy DS games because I'm not interested in many of them. I have Carnival games. The only reason I got this was because it was free when I got my DSi. Sonic Chronicles. I found it to be a really cool RPG and I thought it was deserved to purchase. Elite Beat Agents. At the time, I thought it would never come out in Britain because they were always so iffy on the launch day. And then when I finally got my copy ordered, they finally announced the proper date, so I got it then. Point Blank. The main reason I ordered it is because I wanted to get at least one game before it came to Europe, and this came 2 days before the European release. And Game & Watch Collections 1 and 2. Like I said, I love Game & Watch, so I thought I had to have the DS compilations, even though I had to import them both from Japan. Let's see. And finally, Hardcore Pool. Oops, sorry for the camera shake. I found this at a car boot sale. They had 6 of these copies, all sealed, because the woman that was selling them, her husband made this game. That was nice of him. And I got this for $2.50. I'm going to keep it sealed. 1, because it might not be that good, and 2, might not be that interesting. Well, I've got to keep the collectability safe. We have a Game Boy printer paper, and back here, Game Boy printer. I've used this a couple of times. Still dusty. What a laugh. There we go. I also have a Game Boy camera to go with it. Complete. Let's put them at the side. I also have an American AC adapter. Yeah, most of the things that are Game Boy related, accessory wise, I've got from a game mod that I have in America. I got these plus Metroid Fusion and 2 American Game Boy games. But the main reason I want to get it was for this Nintendo e-reader. I'll show what's in it on the next part.